Okay, it's D&D time after talking about old man balls. Um, and it's session 13. The last time was session 12. Um, let's see here. Um, Ren brought Glasgow banana bread. I was like, thanks for not letting my family die. Also, can you train me? And Glasgow's like, yeah, sure, man. And then also Ren continues to set up like a network, but specifically there's a network now following specifically the justices and noting to keep an eye out for the Inquisitor. Um, but Allen also has a nice chat with another old man, Bennett Harlow, um, which is essentially like most of what we tell Argo will probably get to Harlow. But also is like, hey, when your body is altered in the same way a calamity is, so kind of in a textbook sense, you are a calamity. And Owen's like, oh, that's fucked, because I feel like I'm going crazy and my dreams are terrifying. Um, but has no urges to act as a calamity, so Harlow's like, I think that's a good sign. You're still yourself. Um, but also Owen shares with Harlow what he's learned about calamities from Polaris. Or maybe linking those two up. Linking your old man's up.
With the
But also
sneaky link for the
a
old men.
sneaky link with old men. Anyway, but also Harlow wants to find out who Truth is before bringing more people in. Um, Lilith does teach Squeef Common, but also does learn some swear words along the way. And then is like, Ren, you have to see what I just did. And Squeef called her a cunt. We don't worry, that was, he's changed it now to say cunty instead. Um, sorry, just fucking Squeef, man. Waylon has a nice cousin chat with Khan, um, about everything he's learned, and the goal is to blindside his uncle at the meeting, um, with this information. And then also Elenia shifts into her boss, Mirin, for more info about the Ledger's request, which she finds out is Balash was asked to follow Valian Derry at the request of the Inquisitor. Um, And then Ren also talks with Alwyn. They have a maybe trauma bonding moment. I'm unsure, but Alwyn does share information on the calamities with her and his whole deal with Polaris, and also like how his body's basically calamity. Um, and Ren is like, okay, it's okay. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna make you dinner. You're gonna come home with me. Um, yeah, it was a nice little. I didn't write a ton down because I was role playing, so oh well. Um, Lilith does on a natural 20 convince Edite to give him a little bit of information for writing the holy book. And so our small bit of info is planar travel is being blocked is intentional, and she knows who but won't say who. Um, but then also a new follower just dropped, so now the follower count is at 3 if we count Lilith, Rocky, and this I believe a dwarf? Yes, red bearded dwarf. Anyway, we go to the bar. The bartender Vilvi is there. So we meet her. And then we do little icebreakers and just kind of have a crazy ass time at the bar. Um, Squeef is 3,000 years old, and the hooch equivalent of on his world is called a squibble. But anyway, Owen tells Owen tells Waylon while he's like he pretending to throw up. He's actually 18 and he lied about his age to the government.
Yeah.
You can do that.
You
It's
can do
legal.
that. Yeah, you can.
Waylon's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then And then
Amanda's
Alden
talking, but she's not
leaves.
coming through, right?
No, she's
Sorry,
not
Oh
I
yeah,
was just
no.
I was just
Okay.
laughing a lot.
Okay. You're
But
good.
yeah. And then Waylon's like, that's fucking crazy, and then Alden leaves. Um, and yeah, just drunkenness ensues. Alwyn does write out a note and puts it on his mirror. Hey Vess, if that's you, please let me know. Um, and then the Shadow Man appears essentially. A hand rests on his shoulder. Um, and then he gets a little vision of darkness, and then like you said, like a Trojan horse looking ass thing, like oh no, a toy horse, toy
Like
something,
a
yeah.
like a toy horse the size of a Trojan horse.
Okay,
Wait,
so big ass like
God.
toy horse, and then a red moon and light exploding it, and blood everywhere, and all of this falling back, and the figure is gone. So God, let him rest, please.
He
Um,
likes it.
I don't know
He's
that he does. I think you like
something,
it.
man. He's always going through something.
But yeah, we wake up the next day and we have the Journal of Valley and Dairy, and then a little paper that says "Find me truth." That's the end of part two, and part one
See,
is now. Not part one. Part three is here now.
Oh, we're kind of in an intermission as we
Oh
go
fuck.
through
Okay,
downtime.
intermission.
Intermission 2, if you think about it. Um, so yeah, you have all awoken with identical copies of the Journal of Valiant Dairy.
and yet you
Uh,
numbered differently, so they're not
what was that?
identical, right? But you numbered them differently, so they're not identical, right?
No, those
No,
are the
all
entries in them.
yeah, all journals have all of these entries
How'd you number them then?
because like journal 1, journal 2, like the different entries in the journal.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That makes a
Hell
little more
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, so I suppose I will open it up as what you would all do in this moment.
Ren reads that shit front to back.
Oh, Waylon would also read that shit.
Owen probably starts reading it, and then like
And I'm gonna go
as
to
he's reading it, like walks over to like we'll go with Waylon's room,
yeah. Ren
Yeah.
was also gonna walk to Waylon's room.
the meeting place that we all love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let you guys just use my apartment for potentially treasonous meetings. It's really like nice, you know.
uh, but I assume as we walk in, Owen is going to detect magic. The
No.
Did I give y'all keys? Y'all didn't knock. You just walked in.
I
Oh
assume
yeah,
we got that in, right? Or do we just stay in the hallway? I guess I was asking, like, do we get let in?
Yeah, you get let in. I guess if you knock, Waylon will answer. I'm just saying, like, do y'all just like walk in or like knock on
Probably radios you through the sending stone. Let me in.
Waylon's like,
yeah. I think Argo shows up as well with a copy of the journal and is like, well, I guess I'm part of the club now. I got one too. I'm assuming all of you did.
Yes.
Yeah. I assume it's all the same writing, and then I assume we can compare real quick.
Yeah,
it's the same
completely
writing
identical.
there. Multiple of them.
Right.
Any thoughts on things so far?
Is everyone here like Alenia, Lilith as well?
I'll roll up. I feel like I might end up showing up pretty later. Oh, like I go through and read it, and then I go, "Oh, I should go talk to these people."
Emma, how about you? How about Lilith?
Yeah, I feel like probably he would roll up.
Um,
Um, Yeah.
So you are all in Wayland's room. Um, yeah, I don't have. I mean, I know you told me everything. This seems to be a mix of things we do and don't know. So I think it'd be good to go through this and figure out what is what specifically.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we do also know the same thing of the Calvith and the Church of Timora being connected. Calvith might just be donating all that gold for the research they're doing, presumably.
Right.
Yeah. Do we know about this unseen thing? I mean, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest, I've been seeing like a crazy scary guy at like in the middle of the night,
What?
like he shows up and shows
What?
me a dream.
What?
Right. So I think we just pivoted into something wildly important. What? Huh?
Do you need to stay in my room?
Yeah. Oh, and do we
Well, I
need to
think he
like
just be
Accountability?
be with you?
like probably just show up to whatever room I was in.
Has it hurt you?
It's kept me from sleeping.
Unacceptable. Oh,
I guess that might be the unseen guy. I don't know. I guess
well,
I've seen him, but only when he shows
well,
up.
the it was described as who are they? It could just be another group, and if so, I can try to root them out.
A third group, a
A
fourth, fifth.
fifth, sure, just add it in.
A lot of players in the game.
You
What
know,
else? Yeah.
I was always a little bit, and I guess maybe with all this information he was learning, he could have just felt so overwhelmed and started screaming in the streets about calamities, but I don't know. It never felt in character of him to do. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
Maybe the
magic can
unseen
do
did something to him, to
some
Valiant.
crazy things. Like they could dress up as Valiant and do that, or force him to do it through some kind of magical persuasion.
Yeah. So maybe the unseen did this if they were following him. Wait,
Yeah.
turn to Waylon because you raised your hand, Aaron.
I was raising my hand for above table moment when you guys were like, it doesn't sound like Valiant to be like out in the streets saying shit. Did that happen? Is that why he got
Yeah.
convicted?
Yep.
Yeah, he said, "I'm
Oh, it was
doing an
very
illegal
public.
thing."
He was just out in the street talking about calamities. And then
Yeah.
some guards noticed and came over and Justiciars came over and arrested him.
Hmm.
Okay.
And he also, I think the reason that he was misted is because he was verbally like, "I need to leave, I need to go, like I need let me out of the mist, like get me out of here," like that kind of stuff.
Okay, gotcha. So it looks like a mental break almost.
Fully like mental breakdown. But I
Yeah.
will say this: when you saw him walk into the mist, those many months ago, he was of sound mind as you've ever seen him.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I've always been very bothered by that piece of information, I guess.
Well,
So,
following what Justicias would usually do in that situation, um, I'm assuming that conviction was brought from witnesses, and
mm-hmm,
witnesses can be bought or invented.
that's true.
So I think it's very reasonable the
He
unseen could have
impersonated.
gotten him killed.
Right. So, I mean, I have my network. I can start trying to root them out and maybe find any rats and ask them about it.
Yeah. The only thing that made me think that the unseen were this guy that was showing up to my apartment is he's talking about the ghosts are closing in, and that could be metaphor of some kind. But
What does this creature do? Like, what happens when you see this thing?
I've been seeing red moon. Think like a was it like a blood ocean? A really big toy horse. I think the moon exploded in one. Um, the red moon specifically.
Have you had many dreams about a red moon?
Couple. I mean, listen. I'm. I want you to all know this could just be my mind being crazy.
Can I
I
do some
it like
sort of
explode.
arcana, religion, nature on like a red moon? Like, does that mean anything to people?
Yeah, I'll say you can roll me any of those. I'm gonna warn you ahead of time. The DC really, really high.
Really high. I will go with my arcana or nature then. It'd be the same. Um, so I think I'll who wants to be nice to me? And can I guidance myself too?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a 3, so I have a okay. That is a 25.
Okay. Um, you kind of rack your brains about like red moon. I think I think there are like planes in sort of like the stack of all of the different planes. There are planes that have like red skies and presumably like a red moon of some sort. So this like could be one of like two or three of the special planes out there. Um, but I think it's just like that kind of goes out the window when coupled with the horse. Makes no sense compared to anything that you might know. Uh, yeah, I think it's just like
And there's no
there's
like
there's
natural phenomenon where like once every X amount of years there's a red moon.
nothing like that. No, you're truly like the
Okay.
red moon could tie to some places, but the horse, nothing that connects those two.
I think oh, Gus is gone. Probably to holler at our dog.
Bug does nothing wrong.
Get
Okay.
very angry.
Sorry, I thought I heard her chewing on something again.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
You know, if you've seen this red moon multiple times, maybe this is something worth looking into.
I
In
was
conjunction with this figure that keeps showing up.
yeah, I was thinking of that. I mean, the thing is also like my mind is pretty fractured, so I don't know that any of that is real necessarily. I only bring it up because it talks about ghosts and unseen.
I understand your concern with everything, but I think it's good to prepare ourselves in case it's a very real premonition.
Yeah, yeah,
The
certainly
weave
would be.
could have lent something to you
Yeah.
in your accident.
I'm gonna make a I'm gonna make an Arcana check from Argo here because I think he has an idea. Oh, that's a 19 on the die. Okay. Um, I'll wait for Gus to get back.
Sorry, she keeps finding just shit because I moved a table today.
Well, stop sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
I like
Um,
it.
I think Argo leans back and after rolling an insanely high Arcana check, uh, goes, um, I, Olwen, are you okay with kind of a frank statement, even if it's a little scary?
Yeah, I suppose.
Assuming you mentioned that there was some level of control that your former group had, like a conditioning of sorts.
Yeah.
Assuming, was that magical at all? Do you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it seems that there was a good chunk of it that was magical.
I truly, if you had a magical conditioning over your brain and then were put into so much weave energy, I'm truly thinking of an infinite number of ways that your brain could have been fried. This could be a prophecy. This could be you seeing something. This could be degrading conditioning that you're even unaware of.
Yeah.
If you'd like, I can run some tests or something. I don't know how much I could help, but
We can try some of that. Yeah, we'll find a room at some point, probably.
yes, there's a lot of ways, a lot of things that could have happened to you, I suppose.
Yeah. But I was gonna go look into if there was prophecies already written of this, or seeing what I can access of database stuff in the Weave databases, see if there's any mention of these types of things.
If you need help, I will offer it.
Do you know how to
I
work
know.
a computer?
I'm
Um,
not stupid.
I know, but
Olin,
you
we work with computers
would.
every day.
Yeah, like there's one at my desk. Like, yeah, I understand. I had a lot of my childhood just kind of roaming around the wilderness, but I assure you, I was taught how to use a computer.
Yeah, okay.
I like the idea that Ren's been pretending this whole time.
Yes. She goes to her desk and she goes,
Let me do
We
paperwork,
absolutely
everybody.
have.
There are
I
people
love
at
to work.
offices who have worked there 40 years and they can open Microsoft Word and Internet Explorer.
And that's
That's
it.
it.
They don't know beyond that.
Every day,
Excellent.
the coworkers struggle with the time clock, even though they do it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can help and also go to the library and physically look at books as well. I know what that works as well.
I don't know how much I'd be helped with this, but I'll offer. If we just need someone to sit there and scan through things for buzzwords, I can do that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, let me I guess I'll take one person with me, but I don't know if this is something worth having a lot of us look into yet. There might be better leads that we can follow.
Yeah. As far as figuring out the unseen, does anyone else wish to do anything with that?
Okay, on
That's
top table,
Does
remind
Alenia
me
say
of the
anything?
unseen. Oh, that, right.
does anyone
I'll
here
be
feel
real
more?
honest. I'll be real honest. I don't. I don't know that I would.
I think
I'm
Ren
also only
does
half paying
actually
attention to what's happening.
Ren does look to Alenia because she knows that Alenia's a rogue and is like, yeah, one of our sneaky people. Like, Alenia, we could figure
I
something
mean, I
out.
could like try to see if I can find anybody that works for them, but I don't know. They don't exactly talk much. Kind of why they call themselves the Unseen.
So you've heard of this organization before?
I mean, yeah. If you ever do drugs, you should hear of them.
I do not partake in drugs.
Ah,
Alenia.
you're
Alenia.
boring then. What? It's only everyone. in a while and not on the job. Don't worry about me.
I'm still concerned. Like,
Yeah,
actually can
of
wreck
course
your
you are.
life.
Goody two shoes.
Waylon looks a little offended at that, as if he's not like straight up like Loki going slightly vigilante with trying to take down
I'm really-
Jordan Talbot.
I'm talking to an ex-cop going, yeah, drugs.
Yeah, I mean, well, well, either way,
Waylon's gonna have a talk with Elenia. He's gonna ambush her with like, "Hey, drugs are bad. Drugs aren't
But-
cool. They're
So I know
bad
a
for you."
program called DARE, and I
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say it's the Dare program. I feel
Waylon's starting
We're
it.
gonna
Waylon
reinvent-
starts that
Yeah.
program.
Waylon's starting the DARE program right fucking now.
Well, I don't know. Also, Lilith, with your whole goddess being trickery and miss or whatever, if you'd also have any skills in trying to root out a secret organization.
I can't say I've ever done it before, but I can certainly attempt it.
I can't say I've ever done it either, but no time like the present.
I do also want to bring up, Lilith, there is a whole entry in here about whether or not you're to be trusted.
Yeah,
I
guess
want
you're
to say
correct.
first and foremost, I think that you have told us everything and have been very honest about it, and I don't have a reason to suspect that you're hiding anything. Is there anything else that we should know? Like, based on what's written in the journal, or do you think that they were just kind of catching on to the stuff that you've already told us?
This sounds like a cop out, but I don't think there's anything else to know. But I mean, I literally just found out about this power of mine when we were in the forest.
Mm.
So I
So
guess
they
there
kind of have a better guess of what's going on than you.
yeah, I was always under the impression that my goddess was the one who brought me here. I had no idea that planar travel was not possible from here. Um, so I don't know if there's anything else. I'm guessing this is it, but this is all that I know of.
That is a good point, though. It does seem like, I mean, they don't specifically say, "Oh yeah, that little guy has powers," but they definitely insinuate that you came here. So they had some kind of understanding.
Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure, like, how they knew that.
Thought the wording was who brought them here and how did they have the power to do so, not necessarily that they thought the power came directly from you.
Oh, you're right.
I suppose, yeah.
Another thing I'm a little concerned about is just is that Calvin has someone on the inside. Looking back, that's kind of obvious now that he would have an insider. I might devote a fair amount of my time towards trying to figure out who that is.
Okay.
At the very least, I want to make sure that it's no one that we directly interact with on a day-to-day. That could get really rough really quick. And even if it's necessarily that the trader of the Justicias isn't close to us, there might be someone else closer to us in the CCU. I'm fully trust Harlow at this point, and I want to believe the best of Glasgow and Fen, but there are other folks around too that we should be wary of until we can figure out if we have someone close by watching.
Right. Well, anything else that we should talk about?
So our game plan then is Waylon will look into the Justiciars. Me, Lilith, and Elenia will look into the unseen. Alwind and me will start researching stuff about his visions, and you'll also look into making sure our dear Alwyn's brain is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I feel like me and Lilith can really handle the underground bullshit. You should probably focus more on that last one.
Well, I already have a whole network, so it really won't do much of me doing it. So
If you're sure, if you've got the time.
I always make time.
I know, it's just you actually have a family.
Isn't metagaming to incite Elenia right now?
Don't
I
you
think
fucking dare.
I think that might be a little bit.
Okay, because she's like, was like, oh yeah, I kind of know what the unseen is, and then it's also like, no, Ren, you don't have to look into it with me.
I'm worried about your safety. God.
But Lilith's
But
I think
okay to,
I
you'll
think
throw
I'm
Lilith to the
yeah,
wolves.
but not Lilith. Damn,
I
that's
think I'm
cold. That's harsh, Elenia.
Lilith could just disappear out of someone's fucking dungeon for all I know.
I think I'm only saying no because Alenia did it from a place of like, oh, does it make sense to have so many people on one thing, which is like a reasonable thing to
Okay.
say, at least.
Thank you. It's almost like I'm good at the spy shit.
Also, I'm so sorry if we said this already, but did we assign any people to really dig into the Church of Timora yet?
Oh, also, who wants to? I think Alwyn should not go anywhere near the Church of Timora. Argo,
Seconded.
you might have a bit of an in.
Yeah,
I might be of assistance there too.
yeah, I can. I mean, I've taken since starting here, I've taken a bit of a break of going to services, but I can start going back to them and see what I notice at least.
I can also give you maybe a little animal guy to keep on your person if need be, just in case.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
At some point, I may have to be involved in that as much as I do not wish to be found out or anything, but I
Yeah.
do know of some of the players in that
Okay.
arena.
Then maybe you should give us some information about those people. I am still wary of letting you go even into the agricultural district.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, let me see what all I can remember. Some of these things are a little hazy, but I'll give you as many details as possible.
We can sit down together once you have your thoughts collected.
But Argo, should we go and feel around in my brain a little bit?
Yeah, I think that's definitely first priority for me is to peek around in there a little bit.
Peek under
also,
the hood. Sorry, I don't know if we have cars here. We don't. You can't say peek under the hood.
peek under the
That's
cart.
illegal.
Take a scalpel, look in there a little bit.
Yeah.
Joking.
Also, Argo, if you have time in the next coming days, could we go? Could you help me find magic items?
Yeah, for sure. I know a lot of good stores
I need to be
in
able to
town.
lie.
Oh boy, okay. Yeah. Honestly, that sounds like a priority, yes.
Also, Argo, if you need to refer me to Harlow about this, by all means do so. But I'm also kind of looking to get something a little more heavy hitting than what I've been using in fights recently.
I
So
can
I
just
mean,
bring
if that
everyone
means
shopping.
working with you, what? Sorry, say that again.
I can say I can just bring everyone shopping.
Cool.
Shopping trip.
Shopping with Argo.
I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we do make a nice paycheck. We definitely have some
Yeah.
nice cash, some nice
I
gold to spend.
I have to stress I was well paid before I joined this group. I'm getting paid like 3 times as much. This is fucking insane, y'all.
Isn't it like jarring? I
Yeah,
think
this
I
is
made like 3 gold a week before.
part of me actually feels like kind of kind of bad that this much money is going to such a well, that's semantics. That yeah,
Yeah.
we need items, so important.
Yep. Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, let's go take a peek at your head.
I have to go pee.
Huh.
Owen pulls out
Go
a
fast.
hammer and a chisel and is like, "All right, let's go."
Perfect. I was gonna get mine, but
Are you
since you have them,
are you just gonna do this in my apartment? Like,
No,
I don't know. You're
we're
not gonna need like
doing
a.
this as we walk out.
I like to think like Argo smacks a chisel into the back of Alwyn's head, like brain
Oh my
flies
god.
all over your kitchen.
I remember being told to put an extra 150 gold on my sheet. Did I need to put in another payment? Did I miss?
Oh,
I feel like that was 2
Yeah,
sessions
in
ago.
Discord chat.
yeah, this is like because we're getting into a 3-month downtime, so that you get a big old paycheck.
Yeah.
I really
Team
need to
Discord.
recharge.
Yeah.
I do. Discord overwhelms me from how many volume, like the volume and the amount of channels there is. So I just don't open Discord.
But yeah, added 1,800 from the 3 months we're going into.
Oh, no wonder why people want to spend money. I was like, I really don't have anything to spend.
No, we have a big wad of cash.
Big wad of cash.
800
You can buy 900 microwaves. Or
Oh my god,
toasters.
yeah.
Not microwaves,
Yeah,
sorry,
dude.
toasters.
You get so many toasters.
Yeah.
I will be doing that first, obviously.
I guess do we want to go right to the Argo, Alwyn rooting around in there, or do we want to do something else?
I
in
think
between?
that probably would be the first thing here if y'all were doing that in the immediate. I'm just waiting for Amanda to get back.
Oh yeah.
I'll also be real honest, guys. I do love that Elenia is generally a quiet and non, like, I don't make the choices for the group. That worked out well for me in that meeting, because I wasn't suspicious by being quiet. I have not read those articles yet. No idea what you guys
Yeah,
are talking about.
That is a-okay. I mean,
I'll
yeah,
read them, don't you worry.
I think it is just a lot of information that y'all know already, with just a little bit of extra like context behind it, from those journals. And Argo
Problem, I didn't want
and
to say anything
Alwyn,
yet.
um, do you go to like your room or the basketball court?
I guess for run around the mine, maybe we'll go to Alwyn's room, but like he'll be like, give me 1 second. And he's gonna go inside and just like start disarming shit like all over the room. He's gonna be
Yeah.
like, yeah, you come in, and like opens it in the I think a pretty awkward way, in the way that it's like, oh, he's never like had somebody over.
Why did you have to come in here for like a full 5 minutes before you let me in the room?
Cleaning.
Looks around at what I'm assuming is like a relatively dirty apartment.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It was
Okay. Yeah.
5 minutes worse before.
Oh. Well, take a seat, I suppose. I'll start poking around as much as I can. Yeah, he's gonna like sit on your bed probably, and starts fucking holding his hands over your head, like eyes closed, like feeling the magic. He's gonna vibe check you.
Yeah, can
Before
I
they went in, could I have enhanced ability Argo for intelligence?
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
All right, we have Arcana check. Ooh, he holds his hands over your head and is feeling for something. He doesn't quite know what. There's there's something in there's something in here. No, I feel something distinct in your head. You there's mm, greenhouse. Um, I need a dexterity saving, not dexterity, wisdom saving throw from Alwyn.
with like dexterity saving throw? Am I exploding?
What did he say?
Yeah.
The
Greenhouse.
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 Wisdom save, you said?
Yeah.
That is going to be a 20.
Okay.
All right,
You
damn.
as
I'm
Argo
on natural one.
says, oh, as Argo says, greenhouse. You are blasted out of this space. Reality kind of like cracks around you, crumples. You look around, you see yourself inside of a beautiful and luscious greenhouse brimming with life that begins to wither and die. The glass panes above you crack, break, and glass shatters falling down into this room. Uh, from the center of the greenhouse, a tree begins to grow out of a like empty plot of dirt. Uh, so fast and furious, this tree grows out. Branches pushing the remains of the greenhouse away. You see red apples growing on the tree itself. That tree then grows and continues to morph and change until it becomes the wooden horse that you saw in your dreams last night. Um, and it begins to, as you remember, crack and break as the beams of the red moon break through this black sky above you. Uh, illusion or the black abyss breaks, ocean of blood comes in, full fucking nightmare fuel in this moment. And as the wave of blood hits, you come to Argo is on the ground, like backing away from you.
Ooh.
You are standing in the kitchen knife pulled out of the block, and are walking towards Argo.
I think Owen at that moment is gonna like freeze and drop the knife.
Jesus
Oh
Christ, Alwyn!
shit! What? What was I? How was I out? What
I,
happened?
I said greenhouse, and you pushed me out of the chair and ran to the kitchen and grabbed a knife. What? Are you okay?
Uh, no. You should. You should go. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. I went into that same dream place with the horse, but this time it was a tree first, but it started out in a and like there's like a I think he can see like some hesitation as he's like thinking of saying greenhouse, but now he's like, oh shit, maybe I can't say that. The thing you said.
I he gets up. You told him to leave. He points back at your bed and says, "Sit down." we're not gonna stop with that. What the? We have to figure out what the fuck that was.
Li- I I don't want to hurt you. Can you tie me to the chair or something? Maybe?
You know, uh, any other time in life someone would ask me to do this, I'd say no, but absolutely I will tie you in this chair. Absolutely I will tie you in this chair. Uh, Probably just get some like duct tape and spend straight up like 10, 15 minutes like really getting you in a chair here.
Yeah, I think
You were in the chair.
definitely as it started, and then like a lot of the time when he's like starting to get tied up, his like hand is like shaking, probably his legs are shaking, he's breathing heavy, he's sweaty. And I think like kind of as he's like rendered immobile, he kind of starts to like relax a little bit.
Um, okay. Tell you what, I heard that word in your head and said it out loud. If I hear any other words, I'm not going. I'll write it down. That might be different.
Maybe, but I don't know, it gave me more of the vision I saw before, so
Okay.
I guess I wonder if it might give us more info, but maybe for now, just write it down.
Right. He goes back, and I'll roll another Arcana with it. Even better. Um, he holds his hands over your head. I hear, I hear those words. The ones at least that you've mentioned. Uh, he pulls out a notepad and writes sidewalk on the paper. Uh, I'm hearing this one as well, and as you look at sidewalk, you kind of get like a very like segmented like flashes of in and out of reality, where you see a sidewalk leading up to a greenhouse, that you seem to be like moving up forward, and then you kind of like snap back. Christ, this is Argo. There's no, Argo. Alba. There's something immensely powerful in. I I think these words that you've been hearing are trigger words. For what I don't know, but you hear them in some capacity, and it seems to, or see them even, and it seems to snap you into whatever state that is. I'll say this: the magic is broken, but it's powerful enough to stitch itself back together. Whatever's in there is repairing itself. Now, you've been broken of this for years, so I can't say whether that would be fully repaired in a week, a month, a year, 5 years. I really don't know. But you are on a limited time frame of being not under the influence of whatever that is.
Owen's gonna sit back a bit. Okay. Thanks for taking a look. I'm gonna lay down and I guess think about that.
All right.
Uh, don't
Um,
tell anybody else yet. I'd like to tell them myself soon.
I will that to you. I have one more thing. We as mortals are only able to take magic from the weave and turn it into something temporary, a spell that degrades over time. Like I know the spells that you have around your room. I can feel the residue. You know, those things dampen out and dim because we're mortals. To magically alter you like this in a way that even when broken repairs itself, that's not mortal magic. Whatever conditioned you, whatever put these words in your head, there's no way that I could see it possible that they were not a god of some kind.
So another god of some kind that's against the current plan.
Well, you've been seeing some sort of creature, yes? Gods take many forms.
Yeah. I don't think I could figure much out if I went to the library and looked it up, but maybe
Yeah.
that'll be in the research.
Alright, well, let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Yeah, just maybe untie one of the knots real quick, and then
Oh, yes. uh, cuts enough of the duct tape where you could get out in the next like minute or two here, and is like, I'll leave you to lay down, and Argo will head out. Um, oh God, who do we go to next? Uh, I guess I'll open it up here. Any other like? 'Cause there's a lot of research going on. Anything in the sort of like immediate here, things that people would do this day.
So not necessarily meet it, but I did want to clarify. When Waylon talked with Khan, the whole big group family meeting was said to be 2 weeks, but we're about to go into a 3 week downtime. Is that going to happen in that time stretch?
Or 3 months.
For 3 months.
Sorry, 3 months downtime. Yeah.
It absolutely will.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Radical. Shit. I don't have anything specific yet. I gotta think about how Waylon would go about trying to suss out a traitor in the justiciars.
I have a research thing. We don't have to
Yeah.
cut to it. It might be less of a scene and more research, but it would be
Yeah.
looking
Yeah,
at those
be
things.
I'd have research with Alwyn, or I do have a scene with Alwyn, but that probably is it Saturday?
Yes.
It's still our long weekend.
It's
For-
our
Yeah.
long
It's still
weekend.
your long
Yeah, we got our
It'd
big ass
probably be
long
Saturday or
weekend.
Sunday or something, but yeah,
Okay.
nothing in like
Yeah.
pressing immediate. Just probably I'd
Okay.
probably reconnect with some of my little friends and also be like, let me know if you hear about anything with the unseen.
Yeah. Um. Okay. So I think let's say Alwyn be doing some research. I guess Alwyn and Ren, two of y'all. I guess what are you looking for as you go do some book reading?
Um, I guess it would be looking into prophecies or like older stories related to this plane, or
Mhm.
also like
Red Moon specifically, I think.
maybe hopping on the computer, like with like the magic database and like looking up keywords like. Well, I guess we kind of know
Sidewalk.
what
Red
those, what
Moon.
those, what
Greenhouse.
we kind of know what red moon and greenhouse and sidewalk mean now. I guess a little bit,
Not fully, I
but
don't think, but
yeah, seeing if those are maybe associated with
old
any
lore.
of the gods or something like that. Eldritch
Yeah.
beams, fangs.
Yeah, go for it. I think this would just be investigations or history. It's one of the two.
What do you have to history? Because I might either give the help action, or I could also do the
I have
enhance ability.
+5
+5.
to history.
All right, then why don't I give? Do you want? Would I be able to cast both enhance ability and guidance?
I think it has to be one or the other.
Would you rather have the help action or guidance? So
I feel
advantage
like
or guidance?
advantage is better than guidance.
Yeah, I'll
in
give you
many ways.
advantage then, or I'll give you enhance ability and then I'll just do my own straight roll.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Can I guidance myself?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think you can help both of you with a different thing for sure.
Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, that would be my history.
A 19 history.
Okay.
Okay, 21 history.
Okay. I think the two of you can pretty can say with a decent amount of certainty here. There's no like specific legend or lore about a red. I think no like folktale story, nothing like that. Um, but as far as trickery deities and creatures that could do something like this to someone, there are plenty. I'll say this: I feel like the main suspect for that would be Cyric, but he died like 500 years ago.
Mm,
And so I think you're looking through, and there's like a list of like 100
I
different
guess
minor and major deities and creatures that could like affect
so.
someone's mind.
You would Alwyn give more of a physical description of the hand and like the horns, like or antlers or whatever that branched out.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
we added like horns and gold eyes maybe to like
Gold
our
eyes. Shadow.
search, engine search, would it limit it down to maybe like 10 to 15?
And then like maybe if there's because you said maybe Cyric, would there be then any that would have potentially been like in the hierarchy under Cyric specifically?
Um. Yeah. I need to make a roll right now.
Uh, uh-oh, it's an all-in go crazy roll. He's gonna eat you.
Yeah. Alwyn,
Nightmare.
you fully eat red. From head to
Yeah.
toe. It's not even like a crazy conditioning thing. It's just something that
Oh,
happens. Yeah.
Bond, no
Um.
trace, no trace.
No. Yeah. No trace.
I'm a
I think
polymorph inside of his tummy. Sorry.
I think you're narrowing the list down as you kind of go through, because I mean, gods can essentially take whatever physical forms they would want to, but often have like favorites that they will use. So you're kind of cycling through like who looked like a fucked up deer thing,
Mhm.
shadowed in darkness, um, and I think you uh, you find it's like a Wikipedia page, right? Where it's yeah, you fantasy Wikipedia, but it's what I'm saying here is like Wikipedia page in the sense where there are so many highlighted things that you can click and then go to another article. Um, and I think you see a line that says, while the deities of the current pantheon tend to take more normalistic mortal forms when interacting with those on the material planes. Uh, uh, Other pantheons have decided to go, or other pantheons use more animalistic disguises, or see here, and then there's like an underlined thing of other pantheons, and as you click on that, you get an error page that this information has been classified by the House of the
Oh,
Justices. But I think in this moment, uh, whatever deity is plaguing Alwyn is not of the pantheon that is currently in charge.
My Culver's red string board is like shaking right now.
It's growing.
Oh, of course it's fucking classified. What isn't? Okay. Maybe there's a restricted section in the library that I can sneak into as a little mouse.
That might work. We might just need permissions to search this thing.
Right? From
From,
who?
I mean, we know somebody who might have at least had permission to look at this before with one of our friends.
Talking about Bennett Harlow, right?
He's gonna pretend to dribble he's gonna pretend to dribble the ball. He's trying not to, if anything, he's like giving you a look like he's not sure if you like everything should be discussed out loud here.
Oh, you're making a fucking Harlem Globetrotter joke, you
Yeah,
sick fuck.
I'll sending stone you, Bennett Harlow, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
we lost one. We got them back.
You have a pretty good in with him.
I mean, he's helped me with some things, so I don't know.
And I don't think this is something I should bring up to Soren Calvith. I think this is more in his way.
Yeah. Um, Alden's gonna grab like the bag of holding he has that has the dusty tape in it. I think somebody else should take this.
I guess pull out my bag of holding. Oh wait, I was sending Stone back like, okay, I could hold on to, well, no, retract that. Okay. I do worry because of my proximity to Soren Calvith, but I don't know if anyone else has a bag of holding, so we'll keep it in mind. I presumably no one can grab it out unless they know it's in there.
Yeah.
All right, we do a little what? We swap bag of holding.
There's so much fucking birdseed in this one.
It might do you good to watch some birds and feed them.
Is this a bale of hay?
Yeah. What's
Okay.
wrong with
Yeah.
that?
Nothing.
Okay, I've been feeling a lot of judgment from some people on this team, and I just feel like you guys forget I'm a druid.
I know you're a druid.
Yeah, so I don't know why you and I guess Lilith seem very shocked or judgy when I'm talking to animals. And I
I don't mean to
have
sound
bird
judgy.
seed.
It's just a lot of birdseed to have on one person at one time.
I talk to a lot of birds, like a lot of birds.
Hey, yeah, if you need that much birdseed, that works. Yeah.
It's a great payment for them.
I guess while we walk back, would I be able to do like a concentrated like perception? Seeing as like we just recently read,
Oh,
hey, we're being followed. Like
I would
these other
also like
people
to
have been
perception.
followed.
And
Yeah,
you
go for it.
just access a restricted page.
I'd love to perception as well.
If we can do
Absolutely.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, make me some perception checks.
Okay.
I'm gonna guidance myself. 12.
8.
Hey, there's a lot of people around. You're not quite sure.
I can sorry. Red is like jumpy as fuck though. She's like,
Yeah, there's a moment like You see a street vendor who's like selling loaves of bread, like raises a baguette high up in the air. It's like bread for sale, and there's a moment like, is that a code for something? Is that the signal? Are they gonna attack?
Oh, and they're on to us. I will say also while we're walking, like also I would love to take you to the lumber district for dinner. I think you could use something, and also I would really, really love it if you could convince my sister not to do spells in her room, namely firebolt in her room,
Yeah, I can
and maybe teach her if they are
see what
too.
to do. Yeah.
I think non-fire spells might be okay, but please tell her not to do fire spells in the house.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Um, any like immediate first day investigation rolls for Alenia or Lilith?
Well, at some point, I think it would be helpful when the next like 1 week time frame is up for me to use my power. I think the next one I would do would be shifting into Lash. And my focus question would be following uh what's Dusty's man's name again?
Valiant.
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 Thank you. Following Valiant would be my like focus.
Okay. Yeah, we could definitely do that pretty quick here. Anything from Lilith as far as like first day immediate investigation?
Um, no, I think I will wait until I have gotten Edite a little bit of a bigger following and then
Yeah.
put out some feelers that way.
I mean until I have my shit is working. My thieves can't's working.
Hey, slowly but surely.
The
I'll
book
get
is gonna be
you-
published
I'll get you
soon.
another raccoon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
For
that's
Chance the
Raccoon and
Squirrel
a
this
single
time.
thief.
A
what
fox.
uh what I would like to do next here, because I know there's a lot of before we get into the sort of like larger downtime scenes, I know there's a lot of like non-scene investigating and things that people want to do and like make rolls for. Let's do all of that first to see if that changes any just to give the most current information as we get into like our big downtime scenes. Uh so I'm gonna say, yeah, you all get into the next 3 months of your lives.
All
3 months
right.
go by as you do paperwork. I believe the final death. Oh god, yeah, the final death toll for the previous calamity was like, I think I wrote down 285. So it was a bad one. And I think with that, a mountain of fucking paperwork. This is like something that is easily going to carry you into the next calamity as well. So very busy at work for these 3 months. Not much that you'd be able to do like during the workday as you are bogged down in your day-to-day tasks. But a lot of things are happening as you are all continuing to try and understand all of the different things that are going on around you, and continuing to get a better kind of view of the playing field here. Let's start with uh, Alenia here. What what transformations are we doing during this downtime?
How many do I get?
So this would be you get 12. You get 12 transformations.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. Well, the first one's Lash.
Cool.
The hardest part I feel is like some of these might be dependent on the information I find from the previous.
That's
Oh,
fair.
yeah.
Uh, tell you what. first one for Lash, you are looking, think pretty close to Mirren here, but I'd say like probably slightly more difficult. I'd say let's do 45.
Okay. $15.
Okay. You can just keep going through your 12 weeks until you get it as well here.
Yeah, that's also a
So-
possibility.
All right,
Switching
we used
dice,
up
but we're
one.
gonna try a
Cool.
second time.
Number 2.
50 even.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think on a 50, I think you get kind of just like vague memories of Lash following Valiant. I think very much Lash definitely had an assignment, or this was an assignment for him for definitely like a couple of weeks as he just kind of follows Valiant and writes down daily movements, things like that. I think because it's so close to 45, you just kind of get that like basic, like, oh yeah, he was really invested in Valiant's life here. But I think you can feel that there's more.
I'm gonna focus on it again. This feels useful.
Okay. Number 3.
Sir, you can't eat my dice. Leave that
That was so
back.
colorful.
He's helping.
No, he's not. That's a 48.
Yeah, I think same thing. Just like general memories here of
Pretty.
following.
I'm pretty sure before the fucker touched it, it looked like a 9 for a 90. Don't fuck with me. Stop it. Moving this. 60.
Okay. I think you see a memory of Lash entering Mirren's office. Right. So I've been following that guy, Valiant. I got his daily movements right here. Kind of gives Mirren a journal that she like opens up and starts flipping through. Honestly, he is pretty buttoned up guy for the most part. I mean, you know, gets up, goes to work, comes back home, not too much going on. Definitely making some drops uh, at a trash can in one of the central parks in central Arcadia. Where he's getting the information that's going in these drops, I don't know because he doesn't seem to be meeting with anybody. He's not doing anything out of the ordinary. I think, honestly, in professional opinion, this guy knows what he's doing for sure. And I think Mirren leans back. Well, Lash, darling, there's been an update to the job. We need this guy dead, not just followed. Specifically, something public. I believe we'll get paid more if it's a myth thing, which might be a little difficult to pull off. But um, do you think you could work something like that out? And I think Lash kind of smiles. Yeah. Well, put enough people in place, pay enough people a lot of money, and well, any story becomes possible, really. Yeah, I could do that. And Mirren kind of smiles and goes, "Thank you, darling. Nicely done." And Lash leaves. And I think undeniably, undisputably, Mirren and Lash fully framed and got Valiant killed.
That sounds about right. Most likely on behalf of the Justiciars. Or sorry, not the Justiciars, the Inquisitors. Fun. I'll do a little code switch. I want to do one where I turn into Mirren with the focus on what happened to my parents.
Yeah, go for it.
What number?
Sorry, did you say
Think
parent as the focus?
parents.
Parents. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to write down the
Uh,
focuses.
I think, I mean, just general familiarity. I think we're gonna stick with 35 here. I think, is this number 6?
Yeah. Number 5
Five.
actually.
Oh,
I was
5.
marking them. That is a 6. Right?
Number
Because double
6.
0 and a 6 is 6.
That would just be 6, yeah.
Fuck.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Lucky number 6, some might say.
Yeah. I'll
Potentially.
try that one more time. Oh yeah. 85. I found the right dice now.
There we go.
You see a memory of Mirren standing under a tree in a cemetery. It is pouring rain. She has her like umbrella up, very unassuming, like black cloak. And far off in the distance, on the other side of the cemetery, she watches as what looks like a kind of like blue Air Genasi woman is kneeled in front of a gravestone, setting flowers down. She's by herself, and she is crying. And I think this memory is Mirren just watching her. But you see this woman's face.
Okay.
Here, let me
Something.
actually. I do.
You still have
I'll,
my doc open?
I do. Yeah, I have. I'm gonna post an currently unnamed pit crew in Discord here.
Ooh,
Thank you for helping.
I do love a pit crew.
Nom nom nom.
Oh,
Okay.
Also, I did get Air Genasi right?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. I think, I mean, you don't know any of the context of that, but something to do with parents.
Good. Very helpful. Number 7. Oh, I was supposed to dig into the unseen, but I already know the unseen.
Yeah, you are the unseen man.
Yeah, you are the
Yo,
unseen.
Which will be super fun to convince everyone that I somehow dug into some of this information. Okay. And the other focuses for research. Wait. Can I turn into the Inquisitor that's been using the unseen and like talk to us?
yes. I'm gonna tell you right now. Actually, no. What word are you
Oh,
going with
damn.
here?
Yeah, great question.
Yeah.
Purpose? Like his purpose in life?
You have only talked to this man briefly. I'm
Yep.
gonna say the difficulty for this is 95. Gotta get
Yeah,
a
that sounds about right.
96 or above.
Big
Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes.
big money.
But hey,
Figured.
you have 6
6
tries on
more.
this.
You have 6 more, yeah.
6 yeah, 6 tries
Yeah.
to get above a 95.
And like, I don't know what else I would focus on. Because like I've tried focusing on Calvith and he doesn't give me much. Though the difficulty was slightly better than 95. I don't know that I would get much more than what we're already being told by Alwyn. Trying to like root around in his psyche. Also, I might personally go crazy, which wouldn't be ideal. We'll give this one a couple tries, and if it's not as pretty as I want it to be, I might pivot back to Calvith.
Cool.
What number? I forget. I think Calvith was up there too.
Calvin was like 85, I believe.
Yeah, I think
He's also
so.
decently high.
Yeah. And it feels like Calvith is not the main player here, or not the only main player. All right, I'll try the Inquisitor. Purpose. 90.
Oh,
Damn.
so fucking
Let's
close,
fucking
dude.
go.
Damn.
Okay.
Now keep going. You got this.
You can do it. It can only go up from here.
Tiny man, bless this dice.
There's no number lower than 90.
There's
It can
no
only
There's
go.
It can
no
only go
number
up
lower
from
than
here.
90.
Oh, my veins.
A 2.
It's okay. It can only go up
Whoa,
from
what's
here.
a 2?
Yeah.
There's no numbers lower than 90. What's a
There's
2?
It can only go up
Fi-
from here.
only go up from here.
It can only go from here.
Don't say that. She's gonna roll a what?
30. Do I need to switch dice again? I've gone through most of my dice that are out for the fucking percentiles.
Oh shit.
Well, I probably will. I only have 2 left. Do I try
Can't
Calvith?
end on a loss.
I will probably lose on Calvith too.
Just keep the Inquisitor.
Big money. Big money.
So if you can
All
get
right.
that 95, or if you can get 96 or above right now, that would be big. That'd be big, man.
Big if true.
8.
Okay.
One more.
3 zeros.
100?
Dude, that's 100!
You
That's
got a
100.
fucking 100?
You got a fucking 100!
Oh, I'm fucked, dude.
Hold on.
Fucking ruined, dude.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
Look at the
Holy
baby.
shit! I'm taking a screenshot of that.
Yeah,
No,
that's
zoom
it.
back in!
Oh, sorry. On my rug too, because the box was not working for me.
Those look like
I was
taffy.
gonna say, were you rolling on your floor? You were.
I was at the end, yeah.
Oh my
Desperate times
god,
calls for
what?
desperate measures.
Give me all of the answers, Cole.
Canada on a
Give them
loss!
to me now.
Canada on a loss!
What
Cole's
am I
not
even
ready for this.
do? Yeah, I have
Cole's
nothing
like,
prepared.
Cole's like,
I
fuck, why
did
did I tell her she could do this?
Yeah, why?
Why did I
Well,
give her a
100,
5% chance of winning?
100 is 100, you know? Like,
That's like a nat 20.
Yeah.
On the last roll. I'm out of rolls.
you oh, I like this. Okay. You get a memory of yeah, you know, fuck it, yeah. You get a memory of the Inquisitor walking up a stairwell of concrete. It's very like plain gray, like one light in the top. Exits out the door at the top of the stairwell, which leads to a small square room, also fully like cement gray, one light above, with a door at the other end of it. You watch as uh, the Inquisitor looks at the wall, which has one of those like old timey clock in punch cards. Um, the punch card machine itself simply has a 15 on it. And you see the Inquisitor goes to the left of it where there's a thing of 10 punch cards like for employees, and pulls out his, doesn't have a name on it, but pulls out his, puts it in the punch card, punches it, puts it back in, kind of like goes, another day, and leaves this room into City Hall. And I think what you see is honestly very similar vibes to how you begin your day. I think in this moment you kind of get a sense of like the Inquisitors. You've only known them as these kind of like overlords of mystery, like extremely dangerous and threatening. You see this guy fucking clocking to work. Like to him, whatever he's doing in Arcadia is just a 9 to 5 job, like what you do at the CCU.
But it's not like this place is not his life, or
I think the stairwell that he came up did go into City Hall, like Arcadia, like City Hall. I guess
Okay.
Keep him in
I
the
think you could
basement.
insinuate. Yeah, I guess you could insinuate that he definitely lives here, like for sure.
Mm.
Um, but just kind of, I guess not, probably not what you'd expect as far as like the vibes of what he is doing. He's just like clocking in. This is a shift for him.
Weird, weird, weird. Fucking weird. Well, those are my roles. I mean, I
Cool.
still want to do a um I want to do a scene where I collect that free yard of fabric and
Oh yeah.
tell
Um,
people these things at some point as well.
yeah, I think we're just doing like the information gathering stuff right now, but that can be your first like scene that you do.
Yeah.
I suppose I'll open it up here. Anyone in particular want to go next as far as like roles that you're making, info that you're gathering?
I guess mine has kind of a lot going on, about there's a lot of things I'm looking for. Um, I don't know if anyone would want to go before me, that's fine. Um, but I got my little network.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I guess so. Your network in these 3 months does get fully completed. So you have a decent like network of plants and critters around Arcadia that you are able to sort of get to look for bits of information. Uh, what I think this essentially would be is you would be getting the help action on investigation or perception checks into groups of people or things, and it's
mm,
just sort of your like network is giving you that
okay.
advantage of information on what's going on.
So I guess we'll start maybe with just the justices, just broadly, because I said there's like on each of them kind of eyes going. Like, is there
Oh yeah.
anything that kind of sticks out to me about any specific justices? Any, like, I don't know, going ons. I can also supplement that with like actually reading about their shit at the library too, to see if there's any like more notable figures. Um, either
Uh,
like from like working with Calvith, working against Calvith, maybe people more buddy buddy with the Inquisitors, or
Yeah. Um,
general shit like
yeah,
that.
I would say yeah, perception or investigation with advantage.
Okay, can I guidance this too?
Uh, yes, yeah.
4 on guidance, yeah, baby. That is going to be a hold on, a 29.
Okay. Uh,
All right.
you um, I'll say this. I think this kind of bleeds into looking into the Inquisitors quite a
And
bit. I think that's
and
kind of
the Inquisitor.
yeah. I
If
think we
there's
can kind of lump this all
Brad,
together
if there's
as far as like
any
that. Yeah.
one of them like sees where he goes, what he does.
Uh, I I will say this. I think there are well, actually, because I don't know how much your plants would necessarily be able to like look inside City Hall other than just like through windows.
Mm,
Uh, the Inquisitor, a lot of the other Inquisitors do seem to like come and go a decent amount. Honestly, following the Inquisitors, they mainly seem to just be doing rounds in the different districts to kind of keep an eye on things. I think you kind of very much see like surveying eyes of the civilians throughout Arcadia and trying
Do
to get a read of like the situation.
yeah. Do I get a sense of like they have specific patrols and like rotations and that they do? Like maybe there's certain blind spots, or are they
Hmm.
kind of random?
Um, I'll say this: there seems to be a certain rotation. An inquisitor is dead, so they're operating with one less person. And I think you notice that specifically Central Arcadia is the last area that is checked every single day. So these inquisitors seem very interested in like what are these outer districts doing, and then with whatever time they have left, which is honestly usually not much, they will go around like surveying the workings of Central Arcadia. I think kind of giving you the impression that surprisingly right in the center of the city under their noses is the best place to operate as far as like blind spots go.
Cool.
Um, as far as the justices, actually,
But you
the
said
Inquisitor himself,
yeah.
or what was it?
I was gonna be like, oh, what about the Inquisitor? You were saying something about him.
Um, I think your spies get glimpses of the Inquisitor through the windows of City Hall. In these 3 months, he has never left City Hall. He is always in City Hall. So you get no like
Bro
sense of
needs a
the
shower. Holy shit.
No,
He's
he
stanky.
lives in the basement. His shower's in the basement.
and actually I'll say this, I think you can pretty much infer that the Inquisitors are based out of City Hall. So their quote unquote like base of operations has to be somewhere in there. Um as far as the justices, uh I think most of them are pretty normal as far as how they spend their day, just like coming to City Hall, doing their work. You see a lot of them go out for, politician things of like talking to the people on the street, holding someone's baby or something, like going to a hospital and saying hello to people, reading a book at a school, like that kind of shit. Um, and I guess nothing out of the ordinary of how these people are acting. I think the only thing that stands out to you is that every single day, uh, each of the justices are visited by an inquisitor. You do not hear what happens in these meetings because you're just kind of like looking through the window. Um, but I think you definitely get the vibe that every single day an inquisitor is informing a justice of what they need to be doing or checking in with them. So I think you see a lot of like oversight from the Inquisitors to the Justices. Very much, they are in charge. They are controlling a lot of the day-to-day actions there. And I'll say this: almost every justice seems fine with this. I think the only people you see, like Soren Calvith, twinge of annoyance, because he's definitely not someone who likes being told what to do. But power, like absolute power, corrupts absolutely. The people in charge seem very fine being told what. The only person of all of the justices that seemed pissed the fuck off after every single meeting is a justice named Thaden Corvus. Same dwarven justice that uh, uh,
Oh,
oh my god.
Waylon
Hold on.
was
Yeah,
told
Hold
about.
on.
that's right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me open up the doc. Let me look at
Yeah,
his names so I know how to
no,
write it.
Yeah, Thaden Corvus, who notoriously does not like Soren Calvith.
Yeah, doesn't like Soren
So
Calvith and seems to be the only person like genuinely perturbed that the Inquisitors are kind of just going in and telling him what to do.
I would be then curious to learn more about him. I know it wasn't a scene that was explicitly stated that Waylon shared that information about Thaden Corvus, and I don't know if Waylon would have or not. But just with this information, I'm gonna look more into him, like policy wise, how he interacts with the other justices, like generally to the public, and maybe even like see if little mousies can go into his house and see what's up.
Yeah, I'll say give me another investigation or perception with advantage for Thaden Corvus.
And okay, so 26.
I think kind of looking into this guy a decent amount. I think the best way that I can describe this is this is the Ruth Bader Ginsburg of Arcadia. This is
Oh no.
yeah. Uh, this is like a very old justice who has been there for a very long time. Is very invested in like the people of Arcadia and seems to uh, fight pretty ferociously. I think he's really the only justice who has fought against the oversight that they are allowed to have over people in cases where surveillance was used to charge someone of a crime. He usually votes no to the sentencing of that, just out of like personal disagreement for the methods of how the information was gotten. So I think you're like very man of the people, doing the same politician stuff of going around talking to people, kissing babies, that kind of stuff.
But he's
Uh, um,
anti-surveillance state.
very anti-surveillance state. Seems to be the only justice that has some sense of morals when it comes to the Inquisitors and what's like really going on here.
So potential ally in more than a way of against Soren Calvith.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful.
Oh yeah.
I like
in
him.
your
By
research,
principle.
I think in your research, this guy would fucking love to go against Soren Calvin. This guy hates him.
Yeah. Oh, also,
Guys, like, put me in, coach.
Aaron, just so you know, with Thaden Corvus, that's who, your father was like, hey, this guy doesn't like Soren Calvith, so
Oh,
we
that's
could talk to
right.
him.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, Abner did that. Yeah, he did
Abner
say
did
like
Yeah.
this is a potential ally. I don't think Winland would have shared that yet, but I think when Ren shared to the class, Winland would be like, "Oh shit, yeah,
Yeah.
can confirm."
But then also my investigation of the unseen. I got
Yep.
lots of little guys and birds that can sneak into lots of different hidey holes.
This is true. Yeah.
So I will see what they
Investigation or perception.
have to offer me. Scocked. Okay. So that is going to be um uh 27. Sorry,
God
I was
damn.
having
Not bad.
such a hard time adding two numbers.
Happens.
I
It's
think
hard.
you begin surveilling what you come to understand as a very well connected and professional criminal organization. I think very easily you have critters that watch over like drug deals, black market trade, warehouses of illicit goods. Like you kind of get a lay of the land for operations of the unseen throughout all of Arcadia. This is like a very well integrated into day to day life organization. And I think they live up to their name. When someone makes a like trade or deal, that gets passed off to like 20 different people before kind of going back to like a central location. Like this shit, there's a lot of layers of people. I think you're able to narrow down a part of the city where they seem to be operating from. I don't think you
Okay.
get like, oh, there's the front door, but I think you do kind of see like, which
Which part?
I don't, yeah, I don't remember off the
Okay.
top of my head. What district do they operate out of? Wasn't it? Uh, uh,
Is
this is a
manufacturing?
key question. Is it manufacturing?
T?
We're asking you where they operate
yeah,
the unseen.
Oh yeah, what
Yeah,
what
mostly
district
mostly
or like what?
manufacturing because it's easier
Okay,
to hide in.
Manufacturing.
yeah,
and that'd be like narrow it down to a certain general area of the manufacturing district,
yeah,
but not exactly where.
yeah. I think you see a lot of people, large operation. Yeah, mainly just like I think you kind of get like a 5 block by 5 block radius of they are operating somewhere out of here.
I like the idea too, Cole, that the numbers look even bigger because of my many aliases.
Do I see some of
Yeah.
Alenia's
Yeah.
aliases that I don't
Oh,
know
I
are
None that
about
bet.
you
her?
I think none that you recognize because there's two
Yeah,
separate lists.
but just for
But
me, the
I
player,
think
no.
just for you, the player, you absolutely see Alenia
Okay.
just in a different form.
I'm definitely going to be also working on this, like from this 5 block radius. Like, I want to see if there's any people that like seem to be more important. Do you know what I mean? Like on like a 27, is there, or 26, where the
Hmm.
fuck I've got? I don't know. Any people, description of people that might seem a little more important?
Um,
Do we
yeah,
do we give her one of my aliases? Or do you give her
Or
Lash? That'd
Lash?
be funny.
Give me him.
Lash.
uh, give me Lash. God, I need to write down more people's races. Lash is a orc,
Yeah, half orc.
half orc. Uh, yeah, I
Double
think
checking
you
myself.
you see a half orc, and I think through many
Hmm.
like dealings and conversations, you get the name Lash as a person of interest. Definitely seems someone high up. Seems to be involved in a lot of stuff.
Did we give Lash into the Pit Crew chat yet? I feel like I
I
did.
don't. I don't think so,
Excellent.
actually.
Now,
Okay.
Ren has a
I'll work
name
on
of
it.
someone she can sink her teeth into,
True.
but probably not for now. She just is going to probably,
Hmm.
once again, this is
I can't
investigation.
believe there's a half orc walking around that isn't a marriage.
Yeah. Well, you
Probably
don't
like a
know the ancestry.
extremely distant cousin,
There he is.
twice removed.
Oh, I kind of
Twice
would.
removed.
Yeah, I know. I
I
didn't
kinda would.
try. That was
I
me trying to make
By
him look like an
principle,
asshole.
he does look like an asshole, but I
because
would.
he looks like an asshole, but also just because like that's a half orc and we
I
only
love
know
half
too many
orcs.
half orcs to our family. I'm gonna have to pass on him.
It
I'm
feels
not
Oh
good
like
with
my
incest
incest
god.
here.
to him.
Uh, yeah. So I think putting the network of critters to use, get a lot of information over these months.
Was there
Of just like
anything else I was
movements of people.
supposed to look into? I don't think so.
Nothing you
Uh,
mentioned to me, I believe.
I don't think so. Okay, cool. Thank you for keeping
Um,
track of what all I said.
hell yeah. Any other just like roles of investigation, perceptions, any non-scene stuff?
Um, I might try to clairvoyance into some of the Church of Timora places I know of.
Mhm. Hell yeah.
Okay.
My question is, like, how the range of this is a mile.
Yeah.
Like, would I have to be like going into the agriculture district to kind of like reach this thing?
Yeah, you'd have to get a decent way into the agriculture district to be within a mile of the place.
Okay. I think Alwyn would be using some invisibility and such to get
Hell
kind
yeah.
of like closer, and who knows, maybe get like
Yeah.
a hotel room or something
Man,
nearby.
once we've all
Um,
figured out what you did, we're gonna have to do an intervention. We're like this. We're having a self-preservation talk.
remind me what
Can't knock the
clairvoyance
hustle.
does again?
So if I know a location,
Mhm.
I can place an invisible like sensor there. I can alternate between seeing and hearing, but I can't do that at the same time.
Okay.
It's like a familiar place to me. So I've been in like our the kid room, and maybe like a office of the head of it. If we could
Okay.
just kind of like check in what's happening, see if the numbers have changed, see if they discuss anything in like a period of time I'm looking in.
Yeah, I would say give me perception with advantage. We'll just kind of give it get to add that skill check to it, but
Yeah,
just kind of luck of the dice, I suppose, here if you do it at the right time. Hear something.
right. Yeah, because it is like 10 minutes, so it's not as long as other spells, but like
Yeah.
perception you said?
Yeah.
That is a 19.
Um you probably doing this like a decent number of times throughout these 3 months here. Do you think you would do it this like once or like throughout as much as you
Um,
can?
unless something bad happens, would probably just like do it like probably like one like weeknight, like on Tuesdays instead of going to
Well,
$5 movies. He goes to his hotel room and buys on the
Sylvan.
Right.
yeah.
We absolutely think
You
that like you're there for illicit activities.
yeah.
uh you do a little bit of clairvoyance in probably uh Priestess Aylin's like office. Now you've been a couple of times when you've gotten in trouble. And mostly I think yeah, most of these weeks you're just hearing like scribbling writing on paper, not anything of importance. One night, however, you hear sort of like a flickering sound. Um, and you hear a like quill being set down, and Mistress Aelin, or I guess Priestess Aelin, or as you know her, Mistress Aelin, uh, says, "I understand you can't use the front door, but that does always creep me out, Soren. Well, what can I do for you?" And you hear Soren's voice reply. And you've never seen Soren Calvith in this like underground area of the Church of Timora. Um, I wanted to get your opinion on our potential recruit. I think I think she's ready.
Oh shit.
we recruit young minds who can be molded to our purpose. You want to recruit someone dangerous, someone who wants to kill you, quite frankly, from what you've told me of her. I know. But I think I can convince her. I think I can get her on our side. I know I can. Very well. Well, tell you what, if you are dead set on this, have her meet with me, and I can give you my professional. Does that sound good? Fair? I'll take what I can get. You are, well, a help, as always, Ayla. And you hear flickering noise as Soren seemingly disappears, and Mistress Aylin simply picks up her quill and continues writing.
I'm gonna be
And I
sick.
think that's the.
I'm gonna be sick too. You have to learn to lie.
And I think that's it's the only sort of like dialogue of importance you get. Otherwise, you just hear her yelling at some kids sometimes, as she does.
For sure, that sounds about right. That'll be part of a scene.
Cool. Oh, I will also say, because I don't think this would necessarily be a scene. Bennett does do those like weekly check-ins with you, and determines that the magic that altered you, while whatever's going on in your head is sort of like evolving and changing, the change to your body seems to have been a one and done deal. There it is not like progressing. It seems to have like changed part of you, but as you left the weave magic, it simply stopped changing you. So I think after a couple of weeks, he kind of gives you the all clear of like, this crystalline body is absolutely fucked. Don't get me wrong, but it's not continuing to like grow or harm you.
Okay. I guess with that kind of weekly checkup, are we like, we don't have to do weekly, we can do bi-weekly with Argo, see if we can like gather how quickly the changing in the mind is going, if we can like put a kill Alwyn date on the calendar if we have to.
I'm going to set the DC very high, but I
Oh yeah,
will
for
let
sure.
him roll an Arcana for this.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the best he can guess, anywhere between 1 to 2 years.
Okay. Okay.
But that you are, I think, because it's been 2 years since the incident, right?
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah. 2 plus some change, I think.
But it essentially does mean you are quote unquote like halfway. So you are at 50% of whatever this thing is repairing itself as.
Excellent. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think other, I guess, yeah, any other non-scene roles for things from people? Going once, going twice. Sold. I think some
I
other
mean,
non. Oh, sorry, go for it. Yeah, what do you got?
I think I would actually have Waylon start visiting his old like Vestigier station that he worked at just to refamiliarize himself with folks. I was
Oh, yeah.
thinking, in terms of just like refamiliarizing himself with folks, being more social with them again, partially on the front of trying to figure out where this trader in the Vestigiers is, who's feeding Cal with information. It'll help if he actually knows who the fuck is who, like know the players in the game. But also, in a sense, it is also making himself a more visible figure to his family members within the Force too, and helping to build bridges between them and the other justiciars, making them feel less isolated. I do think, in terms of trying to figure out this traitor, he would try and investigate areas with high information flow. So people in positions of like administration or who are more higher up, like leaders within justiciars, um, maybe even just general folks at like I'm assuming like at our headquarters in Central Arcadia, which is also justiciar headquarters. He would do at the very least a check on everyone there because, well, that's Central Arcadia. That's headquarters for the entirety of the justiciars. So
Yeah.
investigative checks, I guess, but I think it might also be perception checks in terms of just like if he's talking to folks about their day and like what do you think of this person and like oh have you heard this thing like seeing if there's any conflicting information that could be potentially not a smoking gun or damning but like a flag.
Um, I think. Yeah, make me a. Let's do both. Make me a perception and an investigation check.
Okay, we'll start with perception. Ooh, 18 on the die. That is a 22 perception.
Hell yeah.
And then do you want me to do the investigation real quick?
Yeah, but back to back here.
Ooh, I'm sending you a picture of that. That's a nat 20. I'm
Woohoo!
sending a picture of that.
Okay, natural 20. Yeah,
Wayland's locked in.
I think
Hits them out like a
you
hound
get
dog.
you get to work on this. You hear possible traitor, and you have to find out who that person or could be. And so you're ingratiating yourself. I'd say 22 and a natural 20. You are like ingratiating yourself with old contacts. You're talking to people. You're getting really like well connected with a lot of justiciars that you haven't talked to in a long time and things like that. Um, I think I think in these 3 months you turn yourself into a like Fen level in the know of what's going on by simply
Oh my god,
communicating with other
yes.
people to the point where you can sometimes tell Fen drama, which is
Oh shit.
unprecedented.
I
Shit.
do think Wayland would use Fen as an information source because
And
for
yeah,
the fucking rumors he got, a lot of them were on the money.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was top source. So I do think he would be like, hey Fen, what you hear about this?
That is someone where they probably would make a better justiciar than a receptionist, but a receptionist they are.
Truly.
Um,
Truly.
yeah,
They're in everybody's business.
uh, I will say this: you over these 3 months looking for a traitor, I think you see the daily mess ups and cover ups that happen, right? Like, oh, I
Yeah.
forgot to, write this information on this form for this case. Let me just quickly go back in there and write it in, even though that's technically a little bit illegal. Uh,
Yeah.
all that shit like that. But you find nothing as far as a like additional trader, some like feeding information. Um, I think on a natural 20, you're sitting down and thinking, who could Dusty have found? Valiant said there was someone but didn't know who it was. Dusty apparently found whoever it was. And you're thinking, well, this would have to have happened, or this would be information that Dusty would know before all of this happened, before we were introduced into this world. Um, and there's only one person that you know that uh, fed information to Soren Calvith during that time. And I think on a natural 20, you have this moment where you know who the rat was. You know who the traitor was. It was Ren.
I was thinking that,
Yeah.
but I was like, the wording was justiciar, so I was like, is that different?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, makes sense.
Okay.
And I think uh, I think on a natural 20, uh, you figure out the very sad bit of information that Dusty knew that Ren was a traitor before he died. And Ren
Oh,
never got a chance to tell him anything
set that
otherwise.
straight.
And Ren was the last face he saw.
That's true.
Oh no, he thought she
Guys,
was
Ren
in
was the
on
last.
it.
He thought she was
He
in on
thought
his
she was
death
in
as
on
he
it.
died.
Well, her first act
I
was to
can't
try to heal
see
him.
Amanda right now because the camera doesn't want to load. But I want to see Amanda's
That's
face right
fucked
now.
up. That's
So he
fucked
thought
up.
you were the reason he died. I mean, you kind of were, but like you didn't mean it.
Well, was Ren the reason he died? Because I don't think she knew anything that he was up to.
I guess yeah, you don't necessarily know that or not.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah. One
Okay.
other downtime thing that I do want to clarify, Squeef has been learning Common for 3 months.
It's beautiful.
Oh, he's fluent.
Which means, yeah, because I did straight up do a little bit of research of like, because I know that you learn a language when it's a necessity like a lot faster. When it's like I need to be able to communicate with people, you tend to learn it at a quicker
And
pace.
when you're immersed in it.
And when you're
I'd say
immersed in
there's
it,
full immersion.
so I think
Nothing but
after
immersion.
after 3 months, I think Squeef, the sentences are still a little broken, but is able to communicate in full sentences to all of you, and generally understand what everyone is talking about. So I think after these 3 months, no more need for the tongue spell. Like y'all are able to communicate well enough.
Nice.
I could see him like occasionally
Nice.
getting like little like nuances wrong.
Yeah.
Like I saw an old man video where they were like, "Hey, do you know you're an influencer now?" Because one of his videos like blew up, and the old man's like, "I've got influenza."
Yeah,
This is
I
what I
think
imagine.
there's a lot of shit like that where you'll say a word and or they'll go like, huh?
I want to picture
I
it's
don't
the
know.
other way
What?
around, where it's like you say something normal and he thinks they think it's the slang because of the way we talk to them.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm very excited to play as broken common Squeef now.
I'm so happy for
Yes.
you, Cole.
It's been a lot. It's been a long road. We're finally here. But I think with
Here
that,
we are.
let's get into some scenes. Uh, Lilith hasn't gotten to do a lot tonight, so let's start with Lilith here.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna point it out, but Lilith was definitely supposed to do investigation into an unseen as well. But let's not.
I was gonna
Lilith,
say
help.
that when Ren was doing physical stuff, she probably might have brought Lilith along.
Yeah, I was also gonna say I felt like people kind of had a handle on it, so I
Yeah.
No, we did.
didn't really feel like I didn't think that I had anything that I could add, so I didn't feel like it was necessary. So that is why I did not do anything.
Yeah, but over the course of 3 months, I think you get like 1 or 2 people a week from the signs that Alenia put up around town. And I think by the end of these 3 months, the book almost done, like almost ready to be revised, edited, and published. Not too much work left to go into that. But I think one day, probably like after you get home from work, uh, Edite will say in your head, Lilith, darling,
Yeah.
we talking private? We have a lot of people coming and going from here. Maybe on the upstairs basketball court, we can play a little b-ball or something.
Uh, okay, first of all,
Forgot about the basketball court on the roof.
don't ever say that again. Second of all,
Court?
b-ball.
I may be a god, but I still b-ball with my boys every day.
Oh my god,
I'm
the
gonna push
Timberwolves
you.
need her.
I'm gonna
This
push
is
you off.
definitely
Timberwolves need
something she
Unite.
picked up from other people. She picked this up from her new followers. I know she did.
Yeah, sorry, what did you say, Emma?
I said I'm gonna push you off the roof.
I think your hands would go through me and then you would fall off the roof. But I'd like to see that actually. I'm
Worth it.
kidding. I'm kidding. Come, let's go upstairs.
Yeah, they'll lead her upstairs.
Yeah, I think you go upstairs and she fully materializes in front of you, as in like face-to-face conversation here. I'm up to 15 followers because of you. A lot of rogues, and hopefully this book will put us more into the mainstream and we can get some more things going there. But as sorry, I was going to make a snippy remark, but I'm not going to. You've done your job as I asked, and I thank you for that.
You're welcome. Does this mean that you're gonna tell me what you know?
Yes, I think you've earned that. The the people who are keeping you here, at least to my understanding, is the gods. Now, one thing I when I say the gods, I mean the current pantheon. How much do you know about uh how the hierarchy of deities works and all of that?
Um, a little bit at least.
Yes, well, I mean, I'm sure you know. I mean, as with what we've been doing here, more followers equals more power. The more people that I have follow me, the incrementally stronger that I get. It's kind of an unspoken weakness of the Celestials is that we, in a way, depend on mortals and their worships. We're very little without you. Now, what I want to make very clear is that the celestial plane is set up very similarly to the material planes. Well, I guess I have a slightly higher standing now that I have 15 followers, but before I met you, I was, as much as I hate to admit it, I was essentially the celestial version of a peasant.
Oh my god, I was gonna say that.
Yep, and you'd be on the money. I won't even dance around it. Yeah. Now, so when I say the current pantheon, I mean not everyone in the celestial plane is keeping you here. There, say, majority of gods have no idea what's going on, but the main gods are the major ones, those with the highest followers. Um, the person with the most followers is the person in charge of all of the gods. Mistra is currently that person. As I don't know if you know your celestial history, but 5 centuries ago there was a bit of a murder spree. Cyric, Azuth, Tyr, Saloon. A lot of gods died because some crazy ass mortals got some weird swords or something. I don't really know, but these gods have a secret, and I think we've all kind of known that for a while. There's something that they've been hiding. And a common theory of what they have been hiding was that there was some plane that was like cut off from everything else that they were keeping other people from going to. I thought it was a conspiracy theory, but when everything happened, I realized I think Arcadia is the secret. I don't know what's secret about it, but I believe the current pantheon is keeping you here. Now, I know there's inquisitors and this archangel fellow and all of that, and there seems to be a lot of goons that you have to get through. But I believe whatever Arcadia's purpose is, whatever's happening here, why this place exists, is cosmically ordained. You will receive no help from the gods. They are the ones who want you here.
Hold on. I'm just writing shit down. So by Arcadia is secret, do you mean secret from other gods or secret from like the rest of the world?
I think both. Like I said, a lot of people at my, well, conspiracy theories. There's always conspiracy theories about the people in charge, and the gods are no different. And there's been a lot of, again, this place was a conspiracy, something that some people thought was true, but no one actually knew if it was. So yes, the current pantheon, the current gods in charge, which albeit is still a list of like 50 people, they are keeping Arcadia a secret from us, from everyone else. I doubt there's anyone in other and like any of the other material planes that knows that this place even exists.
Right. Well, that's
I
like not very chill.
Yes, I don't know if any of your other friends are particularly religious or pray. If you're trying to get out of the place, which is increasingly sounding like a good idea, I wouldn't pray to God because they're not on your side. In fact, I think praying to any deity about your situation would be a very bad idea.
Okay, I will spread the word on that. You don't happen to know anything about the Church of Timora's involvement?
I'll say this. Um, well, there are. I've seen material planes where Hymora is the main center of worship. It's strange to see a church so large in a plane where Timora is not present. Her influence is not in Arcadia in flight. So I don't know anything about the church itself, but I know of how weird the amount of influence they seem to have. It's just a strange thing all around, I suppose.
Strange indeed.
I'll tell you what. I guess do you have any other questions for me that I might be able to answer?
I guess not that I can think of right now.
Wonderful. Well, I will extend our offer here. If you continue your work with the book and recruiting these uh, underbelly folk, get the book published and out in the world, if you continue doing these things, I will look into it on my end as much as I am able. And I would like to make it very clear I'm happy with your performance. So I'm not saying that it's like you know, you need to do this before I give you more information. I'd say I would like to work in tandem with each other if we could. I'll look for anything on my end if you continue to spread my influence here.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like a good deal to me.
we getting along? No, I won't ruin the moment. I won't ruin the moment. Not ruining the moment.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Yes, no, we're just. But it feels good to not be yelling at each other. I'll say that.
Well, we're now in a mutually beneficial relationship, you could say.
Yes, I'd say we are. Well, I have underlings to go command, so you go have fun tonight.
Oh, sorry, I was looking for if I had a spell that I could use to push her off the roof. I don't.
After she just
Getting too
told you
chummy
go
around
get
here.
bitches, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna push
Yeah.
her off.
Taking the push celestial spell for real.
Yeah.
That
would
Lilith
like
is
to
going to
know-
develop a spell.
Yeah,
I
Lilith
would like to
made
know
up
the
a
stat.
spell.
I
Let's
want to
take
know the stats of crime that increase or stay the same from her follower number growing.
we're going up.
Going up.
I'm gonna
It's going up.
I'm gonna take a
Oh,
bio break,
okay.
everybody.
Oh, me
It's
too.
o'clock.
Okay. Don't fall in. Make a friend. Well, we're learning a lot of things today.
I dislike my thermostat so much. The furnace consistently goes past the temperature you set it at and keeps running the AC even though it is actively colder than it's set to.
Ooh.
And
See.
then when I get
Yeah.
sick of it doing that shit, I turn it off. I turn it back on after like an hour or two when I notice I'm warm again. And today it's been a bitch for months about the like constantly missing the temperature mark. Today, I don't know if you guys saw me fucking with it. I was fucking with it for ages, and I had to go into the basement, find a giant on-off switch on the side of my furnace, turn the whole HVAC system off, turn it back on again, and then the fucker finally kicked back on, even though I was setting it 3 degrees below what it currently is saying is the temperature in the building. It wouldn't turn on.
Huh. Interesting. Like with
Fucking
Tim and I,
stupid.
we don't have central air. And the only way we can turn on or off our AC unit is if we plug or unplug it, and we can't adjust it at all.
Ah.
If we try to adjust it, the knob pops off.
Oh no.
Have you put in a ticket for that at all?
Oh yeah, we have. They haven't said
Of course,
anything.
of course
What's
they
up, Timmy?
haven't.
You
Why
found
is
your
that?
rosaries
Oh
from
yeah,
Camp Gray?
we do.
Timmy
Oh,
intermission.
okay. Timmy time. Timmy time.
Timmy
Oh,
time.
light.
A
Amazing.
rosary. It's yellow.
Oh my God, Tim,
This
what
is
the
so.
fuck?
This is so topical. We were just learning about how the gods have abandoned us.
Tim can't hear you, by the way. I got my headphones in.
Well, tell Tim we just learned about how the gods abandoned us.
6 rosary,
I will.
7 rosary,
Oh, that one's nice.
That's so many rosaries.
8 rosaries.
8 rosaries in a
That's
little woven
so
container.
many.
Also, Tim, I just
So-
want you know, Amanda's like, this is really topical because we just learned in universe that the gods have abandoned us. What's your take on that?
You should pray about 5 or 6 Hail Marys and a couple Our Fathers.
We
according to the
just
Catholic Church.
Yeah.
heard from the
I'm
one
not afraid of
goddess
this-
that
I'm
we
not afraid of
know
Terra.
that praying is a bad idea because
Yeah, but
that
what if-
means because the gods will be like, oh, they're trying to get out, we gotta
Yeah,
stop.
All right,
you're-
but
you're
what if
all
I pray to Terra?
Praying
We're
is
the-
never a bad idea.
This is actually really, really funny. Well, no,
The
not
one
that
true
Ren's
God.
getting religious. She
Allah.
just has a necklace she wears every day that has 2 different symbols on it for very different gods. That I do want to get enchanted for the Talisman of Deceit.
I'm really
Throw it at
excited
people.
that
rosary to
uh,
people.
Yeah.
I'm really excited that Edai finally shared this because one of my big things going into this campaign, because like I feel like in our campaigns, we do often have like a very heavy reliance on like direct communication with gods and like getting them involved in
Yeah.
things. And so one of my big things going into this is, what if you like can't trust them though? Like what if seeking out their help is a bad thing?
That is like so awesome because I love doing religious characters, but Rena is like she's probably gonna only like tangentially be into gods in the way most druids would be into like Sylvanas or Shantea or Malar, but not really be an
Hmm.
active like I'm a prey to these guys.
Yeah. So honestly,
Not
kind of
Tim fucking selling their rosaries.
He's
Not even selling,
selling.
giving away rosaries.
I'll take one.
Sorry, checking the group chat.
Oh yeah, let me
is
say I want one.
everybody back? Emma, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I think there's a marriage family meeting that we have to get.
Oh, let me get into my Irish voice. What's that? Steak and breakfast.
Um
He's
so
going crazy. He's going to burn farm here. Sorry,
uh
go.
this is probably like like 2 weeks into downtime here. Um your Archon gives you the time, the location, another sort of like nondescript, unused warehouse in the manufacturing district that the family is meeting up in. And yeah, I think I do want to ask because there is a potential of Abner tagging along because he was very much like, if you want me there, I will be there. Do you take Abner?
I think Waylon would have Abner wait at a nearby location because the only people who have been at these meetings have been family. If he walks in with some guy, that's going to set a lot of people off of the
Cool.
older crowd who wants immediate action. I think it's like nearby so that if need be, someone can be a runner and be like, yeah, okay, come on.
Cool. Abner is like a block away at a cafe, like a super seedy nighttime cafe. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Um, yeah.
Abner's like,
Uh,
don't let my wife know I'm here.
yeah. No, he is so
Is that your
ready to
fucking
help.
lifeguarding whistle, Tim? What? I'm about to enter a serious theme, but thank you. Thank you.
Oh, okay. In case you're in danger.
Yeah, okay, keep going.
Yeah. You enter the next marriage meeting. I guess this is the second one that you've been to, because I think you only ever went to
Yep.
one, and then we jumped into the next
Yep.
calamity. Uh, yeah, same like crowd as before. Your uncle, sorry, the spelling of his name gets me. Is it Froch?
Brock.
Frock. Okay.
It's like treat it like a
The spelling
CK than a
gets me.
CH.
Frock. Okay. Yeah, you see your uncle Frock is talking to folk. You see Khan who kind of like waves and smiles at you. Uh, anything you do in this like pre-meeting time?
I think Waylon would go and talk to. At this point, he hasn't been quite at 2 weeks into 3 months. He's not as integrated with the justiciars as he will be. But I will think he will go talk to the folks that he know were like-minded to him and Khan, being like reassuring them just very low key, as quietly as he can. I know things are like, pardon, let me be Irish as I can get for this. I know things are getting close to the edge here, but I have information that could turn the tides. And he'll like go around to a couple of folks he knows. I think Lodum was one of them, was one of the emeritus who had the same mindset. He like Lodum's one of the stops, other younger folks. He'll go around to them and he will end up by Con at least by the official start of the meeting. Cause Waylon's gonna be a little bit of he's gonna be a little dramatic with this, I'll say. I say
Yeah.
it's not too bad, but
Yeah, I think you go around reassuring people, talking to folks, which I think no role required. It's uneasy in here. I think the death has taken things even further.
In
Um,
my head, she mentored a lot of young justiciars as they entered the force.
yeah. But yeah, you kind of like sidling up to Khan, who leans over to you. So it's your big moment. How you feeling?
I think once I get home, I might throw up a little bit.
Well, as long as you don't throw up here, that's fine by me.
Yeah, I bet. I have just at least one other person knows this. I do have Abner on standby should it look optimal enough to have him here as a person with corroborating evidence to support my points here. But I don't want to just walk him in all things are so tense.
I think that's the right move. I mean, I'm fine with him being here. Ultimately, and I hate to say it, but that would be my dad's decision. So you'd have to talk to him about it.
Yeah, I think if I can convince everyone that we're not alone in this, that other people want to help, if they can be convinced of that, then Abner would just be a kind of a proving point of that.
Right. Well, oh, I think things are starting. And you see Frock kind of gets up on this little like mini stage in the center, basically just like a foot or two off the ground that he steps up on. Uh, all right, bring it in, everybody. I call this meeting of the marriage family to order. Tonight, we're gonna once again vote on the issue of what we are doing about our current situation. I suppose, as always, we will open it for anyone who would like to speak as we discuss our courses of action. At this point, I don't see a point in recapping any information. We've talked about it enough. We all know what's going on. Let's talk, let's vote. As head of the family, I have the right to go first, which I am going to take. Thank you. Kind of stops talking, looks at the ground, pulls out some like cards that you see that he's written like a speech on. You know, I had a whole speech tonight. I was gonna rant and rave like I usually do. I know I get dramatic about it, but these are dramatic times. But fuck that. And he tears his speech in half, tosses the pieces on the ground. Dath died. He meant a lot to a lot of people here. And we keep dying because we keep doing nothing. I don't have any big words or speeches tonight because I don't have any words left for cowards. So we're going to vote. Do it or don't. You know what has to be done.
And play right into the hands of those that incited this in the first place.
It is not your turn. We're being slaughtered. And anyone who votes for anything other than action is a fucking coward. That's all I gotta say. And he steps off the stage. And floor is open for anyone else to come up.
I'm gonna assume that folks might be looking at Waylon because he just spoke up and said something that's kind of like, "Oh, what do you mean by that?"
Yeah, I think people who aren't in the know look surprised that Khan isn't the next person stepping up, and Khan kind of like turns to you, and I think the people that you talk to kind of turn to you. expecting that you got something in this moment.
Yeah, I think Waylon will, of course, head on up to the stage, and he'll put his best confident face on, and he'll go off on his soapbox, as it were, as he stood up there. Big words calling people cowards when all we've done is talk amongst ourselves and haven't looked beneath what is obvious. I'm standing for you all here today as the man who found Daff after she was killed in action. I'm standing up for you all you here today as the man who knows who put Daff in that position. It is, in fact, a who. It's not a group. It is one man who wants our family gone. I'm here for you as the man who found out that Soren Calvith sees our family as an issue removed. And as the man who stands here to convince you all that voting to not be a coward, as my uncle would put it, is playing exactly into what he wants and will complete the plans that he's had in action, in motion for years. And upon saying all that, Waylon will pull out the files that Ren gave him about Soren Calvith. Do I get any like what's the crowd doing here? What's Frock doing here?
Make me a perception.
We got an 18.
I think there's a lot of like whispering as this is pretty big. And I think you see Frock is struggling to keep himself contained, as it looks like he really wants to talk back to you. But I think he is very much like arms crossed, definitely a lot of interest in what you're going to say. Looks pissed as all hell. And hey, it's your turn on the podium. He's not going to interrupt you.
All right. Okay. Let me continue. That's not Wayne saying that. That's me. Action. We're all justiciars here. We've all been involved in investigations. And when I became aware of just what was going on, of what Calvith had planned, I did what we all know best. I investigated. And I found out quite a bit. The documents here detail every position a member of our family has. If you dig deep enough, you will find that Justice Soren Calvith, in some way or some form, is involved or directly in charge of every decision about every placement in our family. He put Daff in the field that day. He put many of us in harm's way on purpose. He's the man behind the legislation that puts us at a disadvantage, that prevents us from being promoted to the positions that we deserve, that we are trained for, that the entire institution of the 6 years would benefit from, rather than our less experienced colleagues. He is behind it. He wants us gone. And there are, from what I can tell, reasons behind that. But the point is, drastic action like we were going to vote on tonight is exactly what he wants for us, because then he has an excuse to get us gone. And then in the eyes of Arcadia, it will be justified. I have better news, though. We're not the only ones that would be opposed to Soren Calvith. There are a lot of players in the game right now that are only just beginning to be revealed. But Soren Calvith, while wanting us gone, has made enemies. The people in power over Soren Calvith have made enemies. We're not alone in this fight for justice, for how we've been treated, for how the way that things are hurt us. I'm standing here asking you tonight, in my uncle's words, to be a coward. I'm asking you not to wait. I'm asking you to look deeper. Let's work with one another. But more than that, let's work with others. The only reason I have this information, and I can tell you all what a mistake voting to act right now in the way that that a lot of us want to, would be a mistake. The only reason I have that information is because I didn't do it alone. I didn't do it by myself. I didn't do it with just members of the family. It was with others. They don't know the full extent of just what this family's going through. They know it's wrong. And they said that they want to help. I can now, if people are amenable, I could bring someone here right now. And they could detail just what all has been found. I can do just the same, but that's a decision we should all make. Regardless to say, I want Calvith gone. I want what's been happening to our family to end. The only way that we make it out of this is if we don't do it alone and we do it with others. I got nothing else to say, so I think that'll be the end of Waylon's speech.
I think, yeah, kind of waiting a couple of moments before, just kind of like waiting to make sure that you're done. I think Frock will speak up and go, "You say you have someone standing by who can corroborate these claims?"
We can send a runner right now to the cafe he's waiting at, and he can come here.
Who?
You know him. Abner Val.
He looks down, and I think this moment it's like you and Frock
Can I
are on
roll
different
perception on
sides.
him?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, roll me perception.
Yes. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be a turning point. Oh, it's another nat 20!
Jesus Christ. You look at your uncle. You and your uncle are on opposing sides. He really dislikes you right now, but he's not unreasonable. And so, as you sort of say this, I mean, he's a justiciar, right? You've offered someone else who has evidence, and so I think he looks at you and says, "Well, I know he raised you just as much as he raised anyone else in this room, so that makes him family. You can bring him here."
I think Waylon will nod to Khan then to go run and grab Abner.
Cool. Khan runs out of the room. Now you've got files. Can we read them?
By all means. And he'll, I guess, gesture a few probably senior members of the family to come and grab them and view them together.
I think Khan runs in, grabs Abner, who I don't think we'll role play it. He stands up on stage, kind of dumps all of the information that he knows and corroborates a lot of what you have said. Like full half an hour, these documents make their way around as like people are reading it, and kind of getting this undisputable fact that Soren Calvin is the person behind all of these things. And I think as the whispering dies down, as these papers are returned to you, Abner has nothing left to say. Well, floor's open. Anyone else have to speak? Most people look at Khan, who is like, my cuz summed it up perfectly fine. My speech is what he said. And I think we are going to do a contested persuasion. I'm gonna tell you the number you have to beat.
Does he get the help
Okay.
action from Abner?
Never mind. I'm not gonna tell you the number. You can roll with advantage.
That's scary. That
I
scares
hope you
me,
know,
Paul.
I've had an elevated heart rate ever since this family meeting started. I'm still got an elevated heart rate right now. So rolling
Man,
with
same.
advantage for persuasion, you said?
Persuasion. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna shit myself.
Cole either rolled a
Okay,
natural
first
1 or a
roll is a
natural 20.
17. First roll is a 17 on the die, which makes that a 22.
Okay.
Second roll is only a 13, so that would be an 18. So the first one was better, so 22.
There are times as a DM where you are very sure on how something's going to go, and then you get extremely humbled by the dice. Frock had a +8 to his persuasion, and before this meeting, did use a spell scroll of enhanceability to give himself advantage on
Oh,
persuasion checks.
motherfucker.
But when you roll 2 nat 1s,
Oh,
when
the
you
dice
roll
said I'm right. The dice said I'm right.
sometimes I can't tell you. I was so confident your uncle was going to win this, and then I rolled 2 nat 1s, and sometimes the dice are like, "No, the story's gonna go another way now." So
No, this story's better.
I need a second here to run through
Timothy,
what 2
come here.
natural 1s for Frock is going to look like.
Okay.
Okay. Your uncle, I think oh god. You look around, and I think with the realization that there is so much more going on here than just like seeking justice from the justices and kind of like uh, uh, going through this whole like rebellion. There's so much more going on here, and you see the fear in people of what they don't know and how scary this all is. And I think you watch as Brock slams his like fist on the table that all of these documents were on and is like, then our course of action is clear. If it is one man who is doing this to us, we kill that man. We need to assassinate Soren Calvin. There is a hush in the room, and this is where your advantage came from. Adelinda, your aunt, steps up onto the stage, looks her husband in the eyes, and says, if we assassinate people in the dark like he's been doing to us, how are we any better? That's not what our family does. That's not what Merit do. And I think we lost sight of that. And I think, and points to you, I think this kid's the only one of the few fucking people here who has a head on his goddamn shoulders. Because we were about to jump into something that was someone else's plan, and we didn't see it at all. And now you want to go kill him? That's not our way. Looks at you, Waylon. You want time to look into Soren and find a way to end this the right way? I'd like to propose a new course of action here. All in favor of giving Waylon that time. And most people in the room raise their hands. Again, two fucking nat ones is crazy, man.
That's crazy.
Because I feel like on a natural 1, you would have just won, but I'm like on 2 natural 1s in a row on something he had advantage on. This has to go so bad for him.
The base
Truly, his wife said, "You're wrong, and
Yeah.
you've lost sight of the goal here. It's time to
front of
step
the whole
back."
family.
that
Holy
face is the face that
fuck.
Cole only makes if he rolls either a natural 20 or a natural 1. So I was like, it's one of those.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I nearly
The problem
shat
is that he doesn't have a
myself.
face for each.
Never in my DMing career have I rolled 2 natural ones on an
That's
advantage
awesome.
roll.
I'm gonna sit
Oh my
and stare at
god.
the ceiling after session tonight and ponder just how you originally wanted this to go. So I'm like, this is my most optimal outcome. The dice were on my side, but holy fuck.
I will be so genuinely for real. My genuine, like, this is probably what's gonna happen was like full family schism. Like there's the marriages splitting in two. But when you roll 2 natural ones, you win. And in this moment you have won. And I think your uncle, again, he's fucking pissed, but he's also the head of the family and not entirely unreasonable. And I think he kind of, grimaces. I will respect the vote of the family, even though I still believe in my heart it's wrong. But you've got your shot, kid. How long do you need?
It won't be as quick as we all want. I'll be straightforward with that. My first step is going to be me figuring out some other players in the game that could be used against Calvith. And I've made headway on that. It'll take time. In the meantime, though, I need to talk to one of Calvith's public enemies. That being, what's his fucking name that won Justice? We learn
Thaden
hates him.
Corvus.
Yeah, Thaden Corvus. Yeah. I need to talk to Thaden Corvus, and that'll be quicker. That can happen within a month. I've got Cole being part of the CCU. The tricky part is making sure we're not watched by those OCL. It won't be fast, but I can guarantee action is being taken. It's just not visible.
Well, as head of the family, oh, he doesn't have an Irish accent. As head of the family, I'm giving you 6 months. And after 6 months, have something for us. And I'm going to call another family meeting. And either way, I'm going to push for my plan in that meeting too. I will be forward about that. 6 months'
Fair deal.
time. We meet back here, see what you found out. I think that's fair. Your uncle, I mean, again, like your uncle, not an unreasonable bitch, holds out his hand in like a
Waylon will
like a
shake it.
Cool. And I think you kind of get like a gruff, like, he's mad at you, but hey, you won. He'll back down on 2 natural ones, man. As this meeting comes to a close, you leave with the best case scenario of what that could have been, of 6 uninterrupted months where you do not have to worry about your family and what they might do. I think the marriage family rebellion has been this big thing on the horizon of like, this is so immediate, so close, and you have kicked that football so far down the road.
Yeah, I think as Waylon and presumably Abner walk out, I think Abner has to pull Waylon into an alley and make him take some deep breaths really quick.
Yes, I think Abner's like, I did not expect it to go that well. They really jumped on the justice idea. I love a lot of your family. They're wonderful.
Waylon's just sitting there like crouched down. He's like, he's literally crouched, knees by his ears. He's like,
hey, you good, kiddo?
Dad, Abner. That could have gone so fucking bad, Ebner. Oh my
I
god.
I think I think we laid it out. Hey, you did that, man. That was you. I'm proud of you, kid.
I really couldn't have done that without you, Abner. Thank you so much for helping me.
We're gonna figure this out. And when we come back here in 6 months, we're gonna have a better course of action. We're gonna have something different we can do. All right? We're gonna figure this out.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Waylon would go back to the Vow family home that night
Mhm.
and just spend it with them and just
Oh yeah.
just be like, I'm happy, my family is safe. Now I get to spend time with the people I consider family too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think honestly, like Abner, uh I think you I think you see oh wait, give me a second here. I think you see that Astarda is like she knows what's going on. Her husband tells her a lot of the things that go on. So like you see that she kind of knows what just happened. But the two of them fully like uncork a very expensive old bottle of wine and like it's a celebration night. Uh, as things are a lot calmer than they were. And I think
And then we get to the end of this time skip and 3 months have passed, so half the time is gone. Ha ha ha, fuck.
um
Alright, that's my
oh
scene.
god, I didn't even think of that. Uh I think final scene is gonna be Alenia. I think we're gonna wrap up with you tonight.
Oh, am I special?
You're
Yeah. Uh
special.
Yeah.
hey, we couldn't I mean, obviously the most important thing in this session is you using your free yard of fabric coupon.
I'm
Um
so excited.
yeah. Uh yeah, so you just kind of head to War of Roses one day.
Yeah. I pick out a pretty cute, like, comfy outfit. Um, Definitely something I made myself so that if the shopkeep asks, like, "Oh, what are you working on?" I'll be like, "Oh my god, I made this."
Mhm. Yeah,
Showing
hey.
off.
Oh yeah, you have handcrafted clothes. You got your coupon for a free yard of fabric. Fucking awesome. Uh, and you head into War of Roses. I think you see the sign for the shop is kind of like a blossoming rose with like kind of like skull and crossbone swords sticking through it. Uh, and you head on in. Um, Fabric everywhere. It looks very like lively in here. And you see the woman at the counter. Um, and I don't need to put a pit crew in for her because that pit crew's already there. You look at the counter and you see the Air Genasi from that vision. Someone sobbing over a grave. And she looks up at you, smiles warmly. Um, yeah, I think she's like a bit older. Smiles warmly at you, kind of giving you like warm grandma vibes. Um, Hello, welcome to War of Roses. How can I help you?
I think Alenia has a small pause and then says, "Ah, my friend gave me this coupon. I'm looking for something almost ethereal, very like iridescent, thin, gauzy. I have a vision."
Okay. She's gonna make a perception check. She looks at you. Did you make that yourself?
What can I say? I try, anyways.
That is impressive work, I have to say. Yes, yeah, we can absolutely get some fabrics. Let me take a look at that coupon. Oh, this is an old one. Well, it's still valid. I'll take it. Free yard of fabric for you.
So I'll probably need more than one, but at least one of them free.
Oh yes, I think with what you describe, I think we can get that in like rolls. Um, so third off the price potentially. That's pretty good. Um, yeah, and I think the two of you just kind of like go through picking out like fabrics that you are going to use for this like upcoming project of yours. And I mean, I think unless Alenia does something, it's very typical. Just like merchant is helping a buyer find the right fabric for a project. So recognizing her, does Alenia do anything in this moment?
I think she'd start trying to subtly troll for info.
Hmm.
At one point, she kind of like looks over at the gal and just goes, "God, I swear I've seen you before. Like it's probably been a while, but I
Oh,
feel like I've seen you before."
I suppose it's possible. If you're doing crafts a lot, if you make a lot of outfits, then maybe a. I mean, I've owned this shop for like 7 years now, so it could just been a long time ago you came in here. Just don't remember. I will say you seem familiar to me too. It's very odd.
I don't know. Maybe we knew each other when I was little. Did you ever like volunteer anywhere or do much with your own kids or
I I don't have any children.
oh, oh, I'm sorry. You just give off very motherly vibes.
Thank you. I did, but I had a daughter who died as an infant. Um,
She she would have been lucky to have you. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. That's very kind. Yes, I always wanted to be a mother, but well, after that, and then my partner passed away not too long after. So, well, I needed a new start and built a wonderful shop from it. So I can't complain.
Yeah. That that's a great point. Um, can I roll I don't want to metagame too much, so can I roll a like an insight to
Uh,
see if I'm putting pieces together?
yeah, go for it.
Okay. I mean, we all know it won't go well, but we'll try it. I'll roll on the floor again. Maybe that goes well. Oh, Jesus, where are? It's a 9. Doing great.
I mean, I think it's that thing of like you're not necessarily like this is her. But I think it's just like, well, just based on context, I think even on a 9, you know that this is someone theoretically connected to your parents. So there's definitely information to be learned.
Yeah. Think for small talk, I would also probably be like, "Oh, what did you used to do? You seem like you really know your stuff. Was this always your path?"
Oh yes, yeah. My partner and I mostly operated out of a factory. We were both in like fabrics and productions. They made the fabrics, and then I generally made things from them and sell them at like a shop front next to the factory. But again, I enjoy what I do, but I just need to away from that. It was too much. But it's what I love. So
I can see why. This fabric is gorgeous and it's perfect for my project. When I'm done with it, I'll have to come in and show you.
Please do. That would be wonderful.
This is probably gonna be my new favorite shop.
I would love to have your business again.
Well, thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
You as well. Um, what's your name, by the way?
Alenia.
I do have to ask, is that your birth name? Is that a name that this woman would know?
No.
Um, Alenia, a wonderful name. Um,
And Colt, before you look, I don't
hmm,
have my birth name on my doc.
cool,
I'm running off the assumption I don't know it.
cool. Uh,
Feel free.
uh, I'm Lorana. It's very nice to meet you.
Great to meet you too. And then I like wave on my way out.
Yeah, she waves back, and you head out with your fabric. You walk down the street with this fabric, going home, knowing that this woman has something to do with your parent. Mirren and her know something about how they died. Um, but you're going to be a returning customer. And as you kind of walk up the street and out of sight, we turn to a cafe that is across the street. And sitting at one of the tables is the bartender, Vilvi. Um, and sitting in a seat across from them is a Warforged, kind of like lounging back. Um, and the Warforged is like, I just don't understand what the point of any of this is. Like, what? You're gonna help her find her mother? What's that gonna do? Uh, and Vilvi kind of looks up the street where you just disappeared and smiles because she's the only one still hanging on to the life that she still has. And sometimes, my dear friend, people just need a little bit of a push to do the right thing. And that is where we're going to end for today.
Oh, you slick bastard. I'm so
You big
excited.
bastard!
I was not expecting Cole to help me so much in this path. And then you go and do that. And I'm like, oh no, there's machinations. It wasn't it
Yeah.
wasn't Cole
Yeah, there's
helping, it
Hey,
was
machinations.
others.
your friendly neighborhood bartender gave you a coupon that put you in contact with someone that might know who your parents are or what happened to them. There's nothing else going on there. That's a very logical sequence of events that aren't connected in the slightest.
Nothing else. Yeah.
Nice work,
Oh,
everyone.
Oh my
thank
god.
you, stream.
Good job,
Uh,
everyone.